following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
The race for the 5A State Football Championship down to 16 teams. And tonight the Spring Hill Broncos set their aim on the defending state champs, the Mill Valley Jaguars. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bryce Kessler along with Caden Carbajo as we enter enemy territory tonight. We're at Jaguar Stadium in Shawnee, where the 5-2 Mill Valley Jaguars host the 4-3 Spring Hill Broncos. Mill Valley is a program with an outstanding history of success. It's seen the Jaguars bring home 3 state titles in the last 5 seasons, including last year's state crown. They've got an unreal 19-2 record in the playoffs since the 2015 season, and that includes a perfect 9-0 mark here at Jaguar Stadium. This year's version of the Jags, once again, a very talented group led by an outstanding senior quarterback in Cooper Marsh, with a plethora of weapons on that side of the football, and they're anchored on the other side by one of the best defensive linemen in the state, 2-time state champion wrestler Ethan Kramer, along with tackling machine Colton Jagan. The only question mark perhaps is, will it take some time to knock off some rust? Mill Valley hasn't played since October 16th. Their regular season finale was canceled in the hour leading up to kickoff, and then last week they had a bye in the first round of the playoffs, so it's been 3 weeks ago tonight, the last time the Jaguars took the field. Meanwhile, Spring Hill, they entered tonight having won their last 2 games, including last week's first-round playoff victory over Shawnee Heights, 34-6. That was a game the Broncos held just a 7-0 lead at halftime, but they turned it on in a big way in the second half. 4 consecutive touchdown drives put the game out of reach and moved the Broncos to the second round of the postseason for the second straight year. And there's no doubt the challenge is great tonight, though, as they take on these defending state champs in their own house. But Jason Feeback and his Broncos aren't ready to give up those November practice field sunsets just yet, at least not without a hard-fought battle tonight. So here we go from Jaguar Stadium. Mill Valley looking to continue their trek towards their program's second back-to-back state titles, while the Spring Hill Broncos look to make their move into the state quarterfinals for the first time in 30 years. You're watching the Comfort Designs pregame show for Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit ClaireStrodeOrtho.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
What if grass wasn't just for mowing? What if all the games weren't on TV? What if you saw the grandkids on more than just holidays? What if you got out of the house more often, maybe for good? Cedar Lake Village Senior Living. Life is how you live, not just where. To learn more, call 888-508-2022.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show. We're joined by Spring Hill head coach Jason Feeback, and every team starts the year with hopes of playing some November football. And here we are, Coach, round of 16 in the 5A state playoffs. How's the vibe been like with the Broncos this week?
I tell you what, we had a great week of practice, and it's awesome to see November sunsets going on this week. So hoping we can continue that, get back out after it next week.
You opened up the postseason with a nice 34-6 win over Shawnee Heights last week. A solid performance all around. What are some of the things that you liked most about the team's win last week?
You know, I really like the fact that our defense was flying around. Our defense has been pretty consistent ever since week 2, and it's really been something we can rely on. I thought they did a good job with that, but I also like the way we were physical up front and able to spring. Running for over 250 yards. Our offense was I think around 430 yards total offense, and to get Draven going, getting him downhill, it was good to see all that stuff all around. So, you like to think you're peaking at the right time, and that's definitely the time when it gets in late October, November. That's when you want to be playing your best football. Hopefully, we can keep that streak going.
Yeah, one of the another strong game from your defense. They just continue to roll. Last 5 games, they forced 10 turnovers and have only allowed 3 defensive touchdowns. What's been behind the continued success on that side of the football? You know,
I got to give a lot of our credit. our coaches do a tremendous job of getting our defense ready week in and week out. And Winkler's our D coordinator, and we got Coach Gary and Coach Cooper Smith, Coach Myers. You know, we've got a lot of guys. Coach Parker helps out a little bit with the D-backs, but our guys do a really good job of prepping our guys, keeping our game plan pretty simple so we can just know our alignment, know our assignment, and then just go attack. So try not to get our guys thinking too much, but just being able to let our athletes go play. And, replacing 8 guys on defense this year and to be able to do what we've been able to do, I think is a lot to do with our defensive coaches. But, it all comes back to players. Players make coaches look good. So just having guys that buy in, and we have some really good players on defense, but all in all, I think our kids just play really hard and they play really well together, and they care about the guy next to them. And, they're just able to go out and make plays, and it's fun. It's fun to coach these guys up. And I want to give credit where credit's due. It starts with the players, but our coaches have done a great job getting them ready.
You talk about the numbers the offense put up in that win over Shawnee Heights. You were sitting there at halftime with just 7 points, and then I think it was a 3-and-out on the first possession, then even in the second half before things really turned on, and they put up some big numbers after that. One of the things during the broadcast last week that I thought kind of sparked it maybe was the big punt return that Zach Knowlton had, something like a 30-yard punt return there, and then on the ensuing drive, he got a jet sweep, went about 27 yards or something for that one. That parlayed into a touchdown drive, and that was the start of 4 consecutive touchdown drives. And it seemed like Zach kind of had his hands in each one of those drives with a big play, whether it be on that jet sweep or through one of the catches or on that punt return. How much of a correlation do you see in some success in the offense when Zach gets involved like that? Because I know he's a big-time playmaker for you.
Yeah, Zach's a dynamic player, and when we get him, the more touches we get, the more yards we get. The kid averages 13 yards every time he touches the ball. And so you got him at slot receiver when he's returning punts, when he's returning kicks, and then running the ball. So we're gonna slide him in the backfield a little bit more is our game plan this week, and get the ball in the athlete's hands. Sometimes that it's just that simple, and let them go do their thing. So pretty excited to watch and see what he can do against some really good competition.
You mentioned the really good competition. Of course, that's Mill Valley, as we shift some focus now onto this opponent of the second-round game. As they say, Coach, you got to be the best, you got to beat the best, right? And tonight you get the defending state champs at their house, so no doubt a tall task. I'm guessing it's one, though, that you guys are excited to be able to go in and test yourselves against a Mill Valley team.
Absolutely, and we say it a lot. A lot of teams have tradition, and we're fighting to start one and get one really going here in Spring Hill, and trusting the process of getting there. We want to continue to work on what we've been doing to be successful, and then controlling our controllables. And really, the only thing we can control is our attitude, which is going to be our belief in tonight, and our approach to the game, and our mental prep, and then our effort. And that's having great practices every day, and then going out and just laying it all on the field. And so that's what we're focused on tonight. I think too often we get caught up in the end result. The process is what gets you to the end results you're wanting. And so that's been our theme of the week, just trusting the process, your preparation. And we've had really good practices this week. Our guys have been unbelievable. Thursday practice, we were locked in, very physical on Wednesday. So, I just as a coach, you want your guys to go out and play their absolute best, and that's what we're hoping for.
As you talk about preparing for success against a Mill Valley team, what are the kind of things you got to be prepared for? What do they do well?
Their quarterback is one of the best players we've seen. He can run and throw, and their running back's legit. They have a really good kicker, and he's getting recruited by some D1 schools. But I think it starts with their O-line and their D-line. They got a guy who's ranked number 1 at heavyweight going into the preseason in 5A wrestling, and he's a legit player. And so, we got 5 guys and they got 4, and we're going to have to do some double teams, and we're going to have to work together, and our O-line's going to have to pull together. And, get some things done, hold it up for us so Evan and Pipkin can make some plays and get Knowlton the ball and see what happens.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll let you get out of here and get ready to take on this Mill Valley team, and hopefully we can continue to do this next week as we move deeper on into the playoffs. So thanks again for joining us, and as always, have a great game.
Thank you, sir. Go Broncos.
That's the head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos, Jason Feedback. More of the Comfort Designs pregame show is headed your way next on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to Cool Crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free, no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
What if grass wasn't just for mowing? What if all the games weren't on TV? What if you saw the grandkids on more than just holidays? What if you got out of the house more often, maybe for good? Cedar Lake Village Senior Living. Life is how you live, not just where. To learn more, call 888-508-2022.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering.
Crisp Lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free, no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Are you
Hey, welcome back to Jaguar Stadium in Shawnee, Kansas tonight. We're home of the Mill Valley Jaguars, the defending 5A state champions, and a few technical difficulties here in the pregame. Good news is I think it's all figured out prior to kickoff. You can see there the clock ticking down to the opening kick of this ball game. So let's quickly get you what you didn't get during our Comfort Designs pregame show, brought to you by your locally owned and operated Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. They've been there for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. We would have spent a little more time than I'm going to be able to now to break down this matchup for you, and our look at the matchup brought to you by Spring Hill Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, clean, judgment-free environment, open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. For the Broncos, they have been leaning on this dominant defense this year. They've held their third opponent now under 100 total yards. That was last week in the win over Shawnee Heights. 5 straight opponents they've held to 2 scores or less. They're averaging 2 turnovers forced per game over the last 5 games. And all of that, and the offense is clicking now as well, coming off of their best offensive probably game of the year, and we'll call it last 6 quarters. Since halftime of the Eudora game, the offense has 15 drives. 7 of them have ended in touchdowns, averaging 6 plays and 42 yards per drive. So they seem to be clicking on that side of the football as well. But Mill Valley, they're also in a groove. Last 3 games for their offense, they're averaging 51.5 points, 434 yards per game, and the defense is giving up just 8 points and surrendering only 139 yards per game. The only question mark for them is it's been 3 weeks since they played. October 16th, the last game for Mill Valley. They don't have, they hadn't had Quinn Wittenauer, their star running back, during that stretch either, but he is back tonight. He'll be playing his first game since October 2nd. So this is a team with tons of firepower, led by a senior quarterback, Cooper Marsh, who's completing 64% of his passes this year, 902 yards and 9 touchdowns with only 1 pick. And he's run for 308 yards and 7 more touchdowns there. Wittenauer, who I mentioned, he's got a team-leading 719 yards on the ground with 11 touchdowns this season. And defensively, they are very, very stout. Just 8 points per game given up over their last 3 ball games played. And for the season, the Jaguars defense surrendering just 17 points per night, very similar to what the Bronco defense is doing, giving up just 14 points per game. Keys to the game brought to you by Crown Realty. Let Crown Realty help you get the keys to your dream home, and check out all their listings at crownrealty.com. If you're in the market to sell your home, remember the Key is a great agent, and that's what you'll find at Crown Realty in Spring Hill. Call 913-592-2222. But the Broncos make chances count. You might not get a ton of them against a high-powered Mill Valley team, the defending state champs here in Class 5A, so make those chances count when you get them. Play mistake-free. You can't afford to shoot yourself in the foot in this ball game, and then find a way to get a game-changing play on all phases. Offense, defense, special teams. They need them all to come up with some big plays tonight. Those are your keys to the game. And this is the opening kick sent into the end zone by Jackson Rainforth for a touchback to start this ball game. The opening kick brought to you by the Spring Hill Recreation Commission. The Spring Hill Rec Commission offers a wide range of activities for kids and adults. To see everything they offer, visit them online at springhillrec.org or call 913-592-2214. Look at the starting lineups now as well. They're brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster. Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. And to the air on first down, Cooper Marsh down the center of the field finds Jacob Hartman, and those two hook up for a big one on first down. Cody Powell making the tackle for the Broncos, but out before 37 yards is gained on the first play from scrimmage as Cooper Marsh finds his top receiver, Jacob Hartman. 29th catch, puts him up over 600 receiving yards on the season now for Hartman, and this is Quinn Wittenauer. He takes it off the right side. He is slung down to the turf by Adam Atwell at the 35-yard line of the Broncos. 7 yards on the first touch for Quinn Wittenauer, who leads the team with 103 carries for 719 yards and 11 touchdowns. After that 7-yard gain, it brings up a 2nd down and 3. The rest of this offense, starting offense for the Mill Valley Jaguars. Sam Hecht, he's the left tackle, a returning starter. Robbie Durbin, the right tackle, both returning starters. Tommy Penner, Saxton Hall, and Ryan Fulcher make up the interior of the line. Cooper Marsh, the senior quarterback, hands again to his senior running back, Quinn Wittenauer. And this time Wittenauer takes it inside the 30 before he's brought down by Hoover and Knowlton. So that will be a first down for the Jaguars at the 29-yard line. Put it at the 28-yard line. First down and 10, opening drive for Mill Valley. Wittenauer works off the right side. Nice cut back down to the 21-yard line. Went airborne, and Atwell finishes off the tackle. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and short after another 7 yards there. Wittenauer with 3 carries. All of them have gained 7 yards, and the Jaguars quickly moving the football. This time, though, Wittenauer is stuffed at the line. Atwell with his 3rd stop already. No gain on that carry. And it'll bring up the game's first 3rd down for Mill Valley. They face a 3rd down and 3 from the 21 of Spring Hill. A big 37-yard completion on first down to Jacob Hartman. And then it's been 4 straight handoffs to Quinn Wittenauer. Hartman, along with Tyrese, Kendrick Jones, and Jared Napoli, the receivers to round out that starting offense for Mill Valley. We'll run through the starting defense in a moment, but quick pace here for Mill Valley. 3rd down and 3. Handoff Wittenauer in the backfield. The Broncos nearly had a chance to get him in the backfield, and instead Wittenauer breaks free after Chase Wilm couldn't make the stop in the backfield. He almost got there too quick before the handoff even happened. And Wittenauer takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. 16-yard run, and it makes it a first down and goal on this opening drive for Mill Valley as they convert their first 3rd down chance of the game. Defensive line for the Broncos, Nathan Jones, Denver Gardner, Clay Fleming, and the linebackers are Tanner Thompson, Chase Wilm, Jacob Hooker, and Gunnar Kroll. The cornerbacks, Anthony Lakin and Cody Powell, and Brady Larson and Zach Knowlton are the Broncos safeties. Wittenauer again. Tough time finding any room there off the left side of the offensive line and the right side of that Bronco defense. Denver Gardner, along with Brady Larson, coming up to make the tackle. So a loss of a yard, maybe back to the 6-yard line on that carry. So 2nd down and goal. Movement up front by the Bronco defensive line where they draw it off sides by the offensive moving, though. We'll see what the call is. And it is an offside penalty against Spring Hill. So that'll cost them only 3 yards, but it'll move it a little bit closer to that goal line and make it 2nd down and goal at the 3. 6 straight handles from Quinn Wittenauer. First game since October 2nd for the senior tailback. He stands behind Marsh here on a 2nd and goal at the 3. Wittenauer gets it again, and the Broncos able to keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Adam Atwell and Jacob Hooker So Atwell has been busy early with 4 tackles already for Adam. That one made it the 1 yard line. So it's 3rd down and goal, a yard away from the end zone on the opening drive for Mill Valley. 9th play of this opening drive. Option to the right side. Marsh keeps it himself and lunges in for the touchdown. So Cooper Marsh with a 1 yard touchdown run on a little speed option to the right side. Caps off a 9-play opening drive for the Mill Valley Jaguars. Little swinging gate look now. They've got one of the best kickers in the state, Chris Tennant, 6'5" senior, a Kansas State commit, 2019 All-State, and probably headed there again this season. He's only missed 2 extra points in his excellent career. He's now 90 of 92 on his career, and he makes it 7-0 Mill Valley with 7:48 left to play in the first quarter on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Thank you. Can I help you today?
No thanks. I'm just looking. Oh, this is cute. So?
Too tight-headed! Yuck!
You wouldn't do it there.
Hey, oh.
So, don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Like they're the fashion police.
7:48 to play, first quarter, 7-0 Mill Valley as the defending state champs take the opening drive, 9 plays, and cap it off with a 1 yard touchdown run by Cooper Marsh. 9 plays, 76 yards. They get the penalty as well against Spring Hill, short penalty, but it shortened up a 3rd down, or a 2nd down near the goal line. And on a 3rd down and goal at the 1, Cooper Marsh with his 8th rushing touchdown of the season from 1 yard out makes it 7-0 Mill Valley. And the kickoff from Chris Tennant will sail out of the end zone. So the Bronco offense, starters, brought to you by Perfect Details Salon, the offensive line. Returning starter at left tackle, Denver Gardner. Clay Fleming, the left guard. Carson Steer is the center. Tanner Thompson, a returning starter at right guard. And Aiden Palmer is the right tackle. The quarterback is Evan Letillier, making his 3rd start of the season, coming off his best game of the year, 15 of 26, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick last week, and 11 carries for 50 yards. His tailback is Draven Pipkin, coming off a season and career-high 138 rushing yards last week against Shawnee Heights. Zach Knowlton, Cooper Jones, Daniel Mitchell, and Cameron Crotchett are the receivers. That's Knowlton in motion on 1st down. Letillier keeps the football, but has trouble finding much room there. He is stopped by one of those big defensive linemen, Aiden Schaefer, 6'1", 278-pound junior. And he makes the stop on that 1st down carry by Letillier for just 1 yard. Second down and 9. That's Knowlton who joins Letillier and Pipkin in the Bronco backfield. Fake to Pipkin, rolling to his right. Letillier throws it short and incomplete, looking for Carter Mead. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long here on the opening drive for Spring Hill. They'll face 3rd down and 9, converting at 42% this year on 3rd downs. The defense for Mill Valley, Ethan Kramer, he leads this defense. He's their D-tackle all-state performer, 2-time state champion wrestler, and the school's sacks leader from last season. He had 11.5, set the school record last season. He's joined on the defensive line by Aiden Schaefer and Cody Moore, along with Pete Jansen. The linebacking core led by their leading tackler for the 2nd straight year, Colton Jagan, number 10. The other linebacker is Dalton Harvey as Letillier looks to throw, pumps once, then throws off balance to the sideline, incomplete. Good coverage by their top corner, Blake Martin, covering Cameron Crotchett on the play. And it will bring up a 4th and 9 and a 3 and out on the opening drive for the Broncos. That's secondary to round out the starters for Mill Valley. The corners, you just saw one of them, Blake Martin. And the other corner is Lucas Pringle, Cole Clowder, Hunter Gray, and Trey Worcester, the three safeties in their 4-2-5 defense. Keen Niddle to punt for Spring Hill after a quick 3-and-out on the opening drive of the Broncos. Spiraling kick, really good kick by Niddle. Drives the return man Hartman back to his own 30-yard line, but he's got a lot of room to get a head of steam the other way on the return, and he brings it back into plus territory before Colin Rooney makes the tackle at the 46-yard line. Rooney along with Nathan Jones on the stop. A good field position for Mill Valley after the quick 3-and-out by the Bronco offense. The Jaguars take the field with a 7-0 lead. An opening drive that went 9 plays. Hit a big 37-yard pass to Jacob Hartman on first down. And the other 8 plays, all rushing plays, 7 of them by Quinn Wittenauer for 38 yards. And then the final one, a 1-yard run for the touchdown by the quarterback, Cooper Marsh. 6:46 to play here in the first quarter. Second drive of the game for Mill Valley. Marsh on the snap. Gives off to Quinn Wittenauer. Patient run by Wittenauer to the 40. A 5-yard first down run. Atwell and Gardner making the stop for Spring Hill. It'll bring up second down and 5 for this high-powered Mill Valley offense on the season. They're averaging 46.5 points per game, rushing for 232 per night, passing for 166, just a hair under 400 yards per game average. Last 3 games for them, they've up over 51 points and 434 yards per contest. Marsh, the lefty, to throw on 2nd and 5. Well protected. He's got a man wide open, laying out to make the catch is Tiresias inside the 5. They'll mark him down at about the 3-yard line. It's another 37-yard completion. This time to Recius. And it sets up the Jaguars with a first down and goal from the 3. 2 plays through the air. Both have gone for 37 apiece. First down and goal from the Bronco 3-yard line. Spring Hill showing some pressure up the A gaps. They were not synced up in the backfield. Marsh on the play fake. Wittenauer went the opposite way. And Marsh is driven down backwards for a loss on the play. Leading the charge on the defense was Clay Fleming. The ball did come out, but they're going to rule him down at the 6-yard line. It's a 3-yard loss on the tackle for loss by Clay Fleming. Second down and goal from the 6-yard line as we're just over the midway point of this opening quarter with 7-0 Mill Valley lead. Spring Hill with everybody up tight to the line. And one-on-one across the board with the receivers. Wittenauer flexes out to the right side, gets the handoff, trying to work off left guard. He gets it back down inside the 5. Denver Gardner making the tackle for Spring Hill. The helmet popped off of Nathan Jones. A 1-yard run by Wittenauer, and it makes it third down and goal at the 5-yard line. Big moment here. Spring Hill needs to get a stop and try to preserve some of the momentum early in this game as it's Mill Valley looking to go up 2 scores quickly. Marsh to throw on 3rd and goal. Fires it to the sideline, incomplete off the outstretched hand of Jacob Hartman. So a decision here for Mill Valley. They've got one of the state's best kickers in Chris Tennant. You see him there, number 99, trotting onto the field, and he will attempt his 11th field goal of the year. Last season, he set the record for the most field goals in a season for Mill Valley with 14. He already holds the career field goal record and the longest field goal in a career. He had a 48-yarder this season, a school record. This one certainly easier than that. This is about a 21-yard field goal try for Tennant. A flag is down as Tennant puts the kick through. Now let's check the penalty flag here. That would be his 7th made field goal of the year and his 23rd of his career if it stands. It was a 4th down and goal from just inside the 5-yard line. There's the call of the penalty. And it's an illegal formation against Mill Valley. So that will push them back 5 yards. Good news for Mill Valley. Chris Tennant has plenty of leg for what will now be about a 26-yard field goal try out of a hold of Cooper Marsh. They'll put it down, looks like the 15, so we'll call it a 25-yard field goal try now for Tennant. And once again, he boots it through. This time, no flags down. So a 25-yard field goal by Chris Tennant makes it 10-0 Mill Valley with 4:21 left in the first on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well. This is well done. No. That's medium well. What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned. That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger. I don't really.
You wouldn't do it there.
That'd be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Nothing Mill Valley, 4:21 remaining in the opening quarter from Jaguar Stadium in Shawnee tonight. Second round of the 5A state playoffs. The defending state champs, the Mill Valley Jaguars, who have won 3 state titles in the last 5 years. They won back-to-back titles in 2015 and 2016. And now they're trying to do it again here in 2019 and 2020. And they have the 10-0 lead on the Spring Hill Broncos, who are trying to advance to the quarterfinals in the state playoffs for the first time in 30 years. 1990, the last time the Broncos were in the quarterfinals, as this Tennant kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. Only other time other than 90 was 1985. The Broncos made it as far as the quarterfinals. That 1990 season under Rick Clark, they went 11-1. They were undefeated going into the semifinals and lost a 14-13 game to Marysville in the state semifinals back in 90. Down 10 early here on the road. And the first time the Broncos had it, they went 3 and out. They've got to get some offense going here. Not let this thing snowball too early on them. Pipkin to the backfield with Letillier. First down and 10 for their own 20. Letillier pulls it on a read option and picks up about 3 or 4 yards. Cole Clowder makes the stop at the 24-yard line. Second down and 6 for the Broncos. Defense got him a stop there in the red zone, forced the field goal. So a small victory there for Spring Hill to keep this a 10-0 game as opposed to falling down by 2 touchdowns. The offense trying to answer. They average just under 30 points per game as Letillier puts this one in the air into tight coverage, and it's picked off by Blake Martin just across midfield. He was looking for Cooper Jones, and Blake Martin instead has a convoy as he takes it back the other way and in for the touchdown. A 50-yard pick six, or is it? It looks like they may be marking him down. Nope, they are going to call it a touchdown. You see the light show going on. It's kind of hard to see the officials' hand signals. It looked like that line judge was looking on the sideline like they may mark it just short, but it is good for Martin. He takes it 50 yards back for the score. And it is now a 16-0 Mill Valley lead. As the second pick six in the last 3 weeks against this Bronco offense. Braden Bierbauer had one for Eudora, a game that Spring Hill, though, came back to win 20-16. But this time Martin takes it 50 yards to the house. The Tennant extra point makes it 17-0 Mill Valley with 3:28 left in the opening quarter on Spring Hill Sports Live.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Second interception of the year for Blake Martin, and he took it 50 yards to the house to make it 17-0 Mill Valley with 3:28 remaining in the opening quarter as the Bronco offense has sputtered out of the gates in this one against one of the state's top defensive units that's given up just 8 points and 139 yards per game over their last 3 ball games. And for the year, the numbers aren't much worse than that. They have been very solid this season. And so far, that defense has forced a 3-and-out to set up a short field, and now scores a touchdown themselves with a 50-yard pick six. 17-0. Defending state champs Mill Valley with the lead. Tennett's kickoff is on the way. This time a low kick, but it will drive into the end zone nonetheless and bring the Bronco offense back out of the field from the 20-yard line. The Bronco offense so far, 2 possessions, a 3-and-out that gained 1 yard, and a 2-play drive that went 4 yards before Blake Martin abruptly ended it and took it back for the touchdown. Now down 17-0. Letillier and company back onto the field. Draven Pipkin does not have a carry yet. Coming off a season-high 138 yards and 3 touchdowns on just 18 carries last week against Shawnee Heights. Here's Pipkin for the first time, and he is able to spin out of the initial hit in the backfield by Cody Moore. Gets it back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Third 100-yard game of the year from Pipkin last week. He also ran for a $131 against Bonner Springs and rumbled for 117 against Ottawa. 576 yards, 9 touchdowns on the season for Pipkin. Broncos down 17 with under 3 left of the opening quarter. Out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 10. Letillier, straight drop, quick throw out to Knowlton in the right flat. Knowlton picks up 5 yards before being taken out of bounds by Colton Jagan. Jagan, the leading tackler on this Mill Valley defense. He's led the team in tackles now each of the last 2 seasons. He makes the stop at the 26-yard line after the 6-yard completion to Knowlton, so it brings up a 3rd down and 4. Spring Hill 0 for 1 on 3rd so far tonight. Faced a 3rd and 9 on their opening drive. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 yards to go here. Letillier for the pistol. There's movement up front, but one of the Bronco receivers started early as well. Cooper Jones got off to an early start. So did the defensive line. So let's see who they're going to say left first. And they're going to give it against Mill Valley. So that will, I think, be enough for a 1st down. And it does move the chains. So the Broncos convert a 3rd down thanks to a penalty. And have it just across the 30 for a 1st down and 10. Trailing 17-0 with 2:20 to play in the opening quarter. Pipkin on the handoff, burst through the middle. Draven Pipkin into the secondary and up to midfield. A 19-yard run by Draven Pipkin. Clowder makes the tackle at the end of that big run. And that's more like it for this offense. Get Pipkin running strong. He is not an easy guy to tackle. And right there, a 19-yard run puts the ball at midfield. 1st down and 10. In need of an answer after 3 quick scores, a couple of touchdowns, and a field goal for Mill Valley. As Matthew Scoma motioning across the formation, and a penalty flag thrown by the umpire. It looks like a false start against Spring Hill. Second penalty of the night against the Broncos. Second down and 15 for Spring Hill. Now they will take both Scoma and Pipkin off the field and go 5 wide here on second and 15, or first down and 15. Looks like Meade will set up in the backfield. More of a receiver for them, not really a running back type, but he's going to line up in the pistol behind Letillier. On first and 15, Letillier floats it out there for Meade, and off his fingertips and incomplete. Had a chance at a big play there, but Meade could not haul in the pass from Letillier. It brings up second down and 15. With a minute 20 to play in the first quarter. Mill Valley on top 17-0. Coming into tonight, if you're a stat nerd like I am, then you would want to look at the number 30. That's the key number, it seems, when you look at both of these programs. I'll explain more here in a moment as the Broncos are faced with a second down and 15. On the read option, Letillier makes the nice decision to pull it. And a good chunk of yardage for Evan Letillier before Dalton Harvey makes the tackle at the 43-yard line. It's a 12-yard run by Letillier. And that makes it manageable on third down. A third down and 3 after the 12-yard pickup there on second down from Letillier. So on the under Jason Feeback, the Broncos are 0-22 when they allow 30 or more points. They're 22-9 when they keep their opponent under 30. But 0-22 when they give up 30 or more. For Mill Valley, they are an unbelievable 70-4 under Joel Appleby, who's in his 11th season. 70 wins to 4 losses when they score over 30 points. 17-31 when they're held under 30 points. So it's still no gimme if you can keep this high-powered Mill Valley team under 30. But you've got a chance, perhaps, as the Broncos take their first time out here. You might have a chance you keep them under 30. 17-31 under Appleby, but 70-4. That's just an unreal number when they get to that 30-point mark. And the Broncos, as I mentioned, they have not won a game since 2015 when Jason Feeback took over the program when they've allowed more than 30 points. So already a little over halfway there for Mill Valley, and that means the Broncos need to buckle down and not only find a way to score here on this drive, hopefully, but they have to come up with some defensive stops. Easier said than done against the defending state champs. So here we go. Big third down and 3. Letillier for the pistol. Motions Knowlton out into the left slot. So now they've got 5 wide on the 3rd and 3. Letillier wants to quick throw out to Knowlton, but it's incomplete. Dalton Harvey was just enough kind of underneath of that route that it forced Letillier to first and foremost kind of double clutch, and then second he had to lead it too far out there. So 4th down and 3, and I'd imagine down 17-0 already in plus territory. This is a go for it all the way for the Bronco offense. From the 43, it's 4th down and 3 Broncos. They are just 3 for 13 this year on 4th downs, and boy, could they use one here. Letillier takes the snap, protected well, throws it out to the right side, and completes to Daniel Mitchell for a first down. Big conversion on a 4th down and 3. Blake Martin makes the tackle at the 32-yard line. They get 11 on the completion to Daniel Mitchell. They're going to give him 10 officially to the... Nope, they didn't move it now to the 32. So it's an 11-yard completion, a big 4th down conversion, and it's 1st down and 10 Broncos with under 20 seconds left of the first quarter. Driving here, a 7-play, 48-yard drive so far. Spring Hill does not have to snap it before the end of the quarter, and it looks like they are going to be content to take it to the end of the quarter. So it's 17-0 Mill Valley after 1. Broncos with 1st down and 10 driving when we return on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos!
Welcome back to Jaguar Stadium, home of the Mill Valley Jaguars. We missed the first down play. We're quick to get back to action at the end of the first quarter, so we move along to quarter number 2 here in this second round state playoff game. And it is a second down and 11 now for the Broncos after Draven Pipkin was stopped for a 1-yard loss on the first down play. Trey Worcester and Drew Powers were in there on that stop. So here's second down and 11. Letellier pressured and sacked back at the 38. Cody Moore with the sack. And that will push the Broncos back 4 more yards and bring up a third down and 16 yards. They've got to get it. Ashley, we're looking at, third down and 16. They need the 22. They're on the 38 right now. Third and 16 for the Broncos. Letellier on a design rollout to his left. Throws to the sideline and behind his target, Cameron Crotchet, and it falls incomplete off the hands of the defensive back. So it'll bring up a 4th and long, and now the Broncos will send out the punt team. Unfortunately, they would love to keep this drive, try to move forward, but 4th and 16, that is a lot to ask. So they'll have to try to pin the Jaguars back deep and hope their defense can come up with a stop for them. Promising drive, 10 plays, 42 yards. But after back-to-back negative plays, the Broncos stall and punt. Fielded at the 7-yard line by Kendrick Jones. Gets away from Meade and now stood up, held up. The ball came out and Spring Hill's recovered it. Jones fumbles on the punt return. It looked like it was knocked out by 71 Aiden Palmer. And the Broncos have recovered at the 12-yard line. So the Bronco defense, we talked in our keys to the game. All 3 phases need to come up with game-changing plays. There's the special teams doing their part. They force the fumble on the punt return. And now they've got a first down and 10 at the 12-yard line. Can the offense cash it in? The Broncos need it with 10-15 left in the first half. Fake the jet sweep to Knowlton. Letellier on the keep. And he picks up 2 down to the 10-yard line. Ethan Kramer making the stop. He is the anchor of this defense. School's sacks record holder, had 11.5 last year. He's got 5.5 this season. 2-time state champion wrestler and a very smart kid. The only reason I know that is because he's being recruited heavily by multiple Ivy League teams to come play football for them. And got to be smart to go to the Ivy League. Here's a second down and 8 from the 10-yard line. Pipkin gets the handoff, but there's not a lot of room there. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Cody Moore, Trey Worcester. Team up on the stop. No gain for Pipkin. So third down now. 8 yards to go at the 10-yard line. Broncos 1 out of 4 so far on third down. And they might be in range for John Mitchell here, but getting the gift of that fumble on that punt return. This is one that Spring Hill wants to cash in for a touchdown. Letellier, quick fade, looking for Mitchell. One-on-one with Martin, and it's incomplete. Pass a little bit underthrown. Mitchell unable to get back to the football, and Martin, who had that pick six, comes up with a pass breakup there, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 8 from the 10-yard line. The offense stays on the field for Spring Hill. Just 2 out of 9 through the air for Letellier in this first half. 8:45 to go in the half, and a 4th and 8 from the 10. Play fake to Pipkin over the middle and over the head of his tight end Cameron Crotchett. And that sails through the end zone, incomplete, and a turnover on downs as the Broncos are unable to come up with a score following the Mill Valley turnover. Jaguar offense will take back over on their own 10-yard line, leading 17-0 as the Jaguars dodge a bullet after the special teams turnover on that punt return when Kendrick Jones coughed it up. A touchdown and a field goal in their 2 offensive drives so far. The other touchdown came via the defense. And Cooper Marsh and company have 90 yards to try to traverse here. They'll start at the 10 for the right hash, 1st down and 10. Marsh to throw, under pressure, throws off balance and finds Kendrick Jones at the 20-yard line. Big hit taken by Jones after he was held up by Zach Knowlton on the catch. They get 12 yards to the 22-yard line and a 1st down. First down and 10 at the 21-yard line. Jones hauling in his 23rd pass of the year, 2nd of the team in receptions, yards, and receiving touchdowns. All 2nd to Jacob Hartman, who already had a big one as well. Wittenauer bounces right out to the 25-yard line for 4 yards. Jacob Hooker on the tackle for Spring Hill. Brings up a 2nd down and 6 yards to go from the 26-yard line. Just under 8 left in the first half, a 17-0 Mill Valley lead in the 2nd round of the 5A state playoffs. Marsh with a quick throw to Hartman. Sat down at the 30, has the 1st down, and twisted down by Lakin and Atwell at the 28-yard line. A 7-yard completion moves the chains. From the 38, 1st down and 10. Broncos showing pressure up the middle. They bring that pressure, but Wittenauer able to squeak through it out to the 44-yard line. Chase Wilm and Brady Larson on the tackle for Spring Hill. Out to the 44, and it's another 1st down. Ten-yard pickup on 1st down for Wittenauer. Marsh to throw this time. Slings it across the middle and connects for another 1st down. 13-yard completion to Recius. Moves it into Bronco territory to the 43 of Spring Hill. 6:45 left in the half. Wittenauer 5 out of 6 105 yards so far. And that was an early move. Looked like the right tackle, Robbie Dervin. A false start will make it first down and 15 now for Mill Valley. Third penalty against the Jaguars in this first half, but all been just 5-yard penalties. From the 48, first down and 15. Hartman goes in motion, handoff to Wittenauer, and he is twisted down at the line of scrimmage. No gain of the play. Tanner Thompson. All right, check that, 56, Hayden Hoover, not 58. It was Hoover who makes that tackle for Spring Hill. No gain of the play. Leave it at the 48-yard line and bring up second down and 15. First time since 2017 the Broncos have faced a defending state champ. That was when they took on Bishop Miege. 0-6 since 1990, playing a defending state champion. Down 3 scores early in this one. Marsh on the run, finds his tight end Jared Napoli at the 40-yard line. They get 8 there. Zach Knowlton makes the tackle at the end of that play. And it'll bring up a third down and 7 for Mill Valley. 2 out of 3 so far on third down. Got half of what they needed there, basically 8 of the 15 to make it a much more manageable third down. 3rd and 7 at the Bronco 40. Hard count from Marsh. Nearly got Spring Hill to jump into the neutral zone, but Gunnar Kroll able to stay out of there. Now Marsh takes the snap. He's protected well as he fires it over the middle and once again hooks up with Jacob Hartman. Tripped up by Cody Powell at the 23-yard line, like the 22-yard line. So it's another 18 yards there, as Hartman has already hauled in 3 passes for 62 yards. And a big third down conversion keeps the drive alive. And now with tempo, Marsh right back to the air, right back to Hartman. This one incomplete with Cody Powell out there in coverage. So a second down and 10 coming up from the 22-yard line. It'll be the 10th play of this drive coming up. They started this drive all the way back at their own 10-yard line after they turned Spring Hill over on downs. Second and 10, Marsh hands off Wittenauer. Works his way inside the 20 with a penalty flag thrown. Hooker makes the tackle after the 7-yard run by Wittenauer. But it's a hold against Mill Valley, so it's coming back. So it'll remain second down, but it'll be second and long now. They're going to mark this penalty off from back at, looks like the 25-yard line. So penalty happened 3 yards in the backfield. And it turns into almost a, well, it does turn into a 13-yard loss basically on the play, and it'll bring up a second down and 23. 5 minutes left to play in the first half. A quick 17 points put up by Mill Valley. They scored their first 17 points in 8 minutes. Or in 7 minutes, but they've slowed down a little bit now. They try to set up a middle screen for Kendrick Jones. It was over his head and nearly into the arms of Brady Larson, who was coming up from his safety position, slid in to try to make a play for the defense. But instead, it's just an incomplete pass, and it brings up a third down and long, 3rd and 23. So they need about 5 yards to put themselves in position for where Chris Tennett's career long is of 48 yards on a field goal. And we'll see how aggressive Joel Appleby will get. He's going to take a timeout to discuss it, because you've got to obviously push something pretty deep down the field to get the 23 yards you need. And if you don't get that, if you throw an incomplete pass trying to go deep here, you risk coming up with nothing at all. Or you could trot Tennant out for what would be about a 53-yard field goal from here. He's a Division I kicker, so there's a possibility that they'd be okay doing that. But up 17 already, they may opt to just something like we saw that last play, a safe screen type of a play, maybe even a draw to Wittenauer with the mindset of, well, if we get lucky and we break it, so be it. If not, we'll pick up the 7, 8, 9 yards and put ourselves in range for our all-state kicker to come out and try to make this a 3-touchdown game. Right now it's a 3-score game at 17-0, but just 3 points would push it to a 3-touchdown game with 4:47 left in the first half. We'll see what they go with as the offense comes back out of the field for Mill Valley, facing 3rd and 23. They need to take it down to the 12-yard line to get a first down. Hartman's his top target. He is at the top of the screen, wide to the right out there. Wittenauer, their tailback, he is in the slot left. Watch him for a screen perhaps to Wittenauer. Instead, Marsh under pressure from Atwell will take off and run for it himself. He's inside the 20, and he is knocked out of bounds at the, let's see where they mark it. Zach Knowlton took him out of bounds, and this spot is going to be key. They're going to mark it at the 13, a yard short. So he gets 22 yards. They needed 23. And now on 4th down and 1, let's see if they'll keep the offense trying to move this football a yard or bring Tennant out. And I would guess the offense is going to be the call, and I don't think there was any hesitation. So big run by Cooper Marsh makes it 4th down and 1. Try to go with the hard count. Spring Hill doesn't budge. Play clock expiring. And did they get a timeout or is it delay a game? Delay a game. They did not get a timeout, so that could be influential in the decision. And now they will bring out Chris Tennant. So after a 22-yard scramble on 3rd and 23, gives them a 4th down chance on a 4th and 1. But a delay of game makes it 4th down and 6. And now Chris Tennant comes out for what will be a 35-yard field goal try. He's already hit once in this game, made a 25-yard field goal going the other direction. Now with the wind at his back, this will be a 35-yard try. 7 for 10 on the year, 23 for 30 in his career. And the 35-yard field goal had more than enough as Chris Tennant makes it 20-0 Mill Valley with 4:33 left in the half on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Boo! Hey, where are you going? You can't get by me. I'm number 1 in this class. I rule this lab. I'm number 1. Hey, I don't think so. Yes! Winner! I am the king! Woo!
You wouldn't do it there. So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
What?
Jerk.
$20-0 Mill Valley with 4:33 left in the first half. An 11-play, 93-yard drive by Mill Valley ends with a 35-yard field goal. It's 93-yard drive because some penalty yardage made them have to go more than they actually needed. They started at the 10-yard line, but they multiple times, 3 times in fact on that drive, they pushed themselves back with penalties. The last one being a delay of game on a 4th and 1 that changed their decision. They were going forward on 4th and 1, had the offense on the field, but a delay of game made it 4th and 6, so they brought out their all-state kicker, Chris Tennant, and he made the 35-yard field goal with ease as he drives this kickoff through the uprights. And I tell you what, that dude's got a leg, man. They commit to K-State for next season. There you go, Carbajo. Your Wildcats are getting him a good kicker.
Yeah. That'll be good.
And he has connected twice on field goals this evening, along with a pair of extra points for Mill Valley as the Jaguars lead at 20-0 with 4:33 left until halftime. The Bronco offense, they've run 19 plays so far tonight. Only 49 yards to show for it, averaging 2.5 yards per play for the night. Here's Zach Knowlton, one of their big play guys. You heard Coach in the pregame show talk about Knowlton's explosiveness. Averages 13 yards every time he touches the football. He does it in both offense, special teams, and even sometimes on the defensive side. We've seen him with a couple of interceptions, and see what he can do when he gets to the open field after those. This time he gets 2 yards before Cole Clowder makes the stop. So 2nd down and 8 for the Broncos on their own 22-yard line with 4 minutes to play until halftime, trailing 20-0. Letillier hits Knowlton out in the flat, puts the move on Colton Jagan, has the first down across the 30. Clowder again there to make the tackle. See some of that elusiveness there by Knowlton. Able to pick up a nice chunk after the catch, and it ends up at a 10-yard completion to Zach Knowlton. Second grab of the game for Zach. And it's 1st down and 10, Broncos at their own 32. Last week, Knowlton had 70 yards rushing, 16 more than he had in the other 6 games of the season combined. 4 for 70 on the ground, 2 for 22 through the air, and a big punt return as well. And this is the Zach Knowlton drive so far as he once again gets the handle, takes it out to the 40-yard line. Clowder and Worcester make the stop. But it's another 8 yards there for Zach Knowlton. And it's 2nd down and short now. Three straight touches for Knowlton. 2 handoffs and a little swing pass out into the flat. He stays in the backfield along with Draven Pipkin. 2nd down and 2 on their own 40. Jagan blitzes up the A gap. Option to the right side. Letillier on a pitch to Knowlton. Zach Knowlton across midfield. And another Bronco 1st down. Hunter Gray makes the tackle at the 48-yard line. So another dozen yards there for Knowlton. 1st down and 10 as they take it into plus territory. 4 straight plays have gone to their junior all-purpose guy, Zach Knowlton. 2 straight handoffs, an option pitch, and a pass out to him. And now Knowlton lowers his shoulder pads and tries to drive it through the right side, but no gain of the play. Ethan Kramer, along with Pete Jansen, make the stop. 2nd down and 9. Looks like they did move the ball about a yard forward. 4 carries for 23 yards, 1 grab for 10 yards on this possession for Knowlton. And plus territory for a 2nd down and 9. Right tackle Aiden Palmer got a little bit of a quick start there. Defense came across also, we'll see. It's a false start against the Broncos. Third penalty against Spring Hill, 2nd time they've been called for a false start. So 2nd down and 14 now with 1:37 remaining in the half. The officials getting together here. There might be a clock issue. The back judge stopped play and came up to discuss it with the head referee. Yeah, they want 1:41 up on the clock. So they're going to add 4 seconds. Second down, a long 14 yards for Spring Hill after the penalty. Pressure being shown, and here it comes. Mill Valley brings everybody, and Letellier has no chance. He runs right into Ethan Kramer, who makes the sack back at the 43-yard line. And now Mill Valley will take a timeout. The Jaguars use their second timeout of the half as they're going to try to get the football back for the offense to have a chance to do something with it. A minute 34 remains. And a third down and long coming up for Spring Hill. They're going to face about a 3rd and 20 after the sack by Kramer. His 6th of the year. Give him 6.5 now sacks on the season. And the Broncos will have to dial up something big on a 3rd and 19. In an ideal world, you'd obviously want to get the first down. That's first and foremost. But outside of that, you want to keep this ball in play and complete the pass to force Mill Valley to either use their final timeout or let another 30 or 25 seconds run off the clock. Jaguars trying to add to their lead. It's already 20-0. Using timeouts here on the defensive side. And it's a 3rd down and 19 for Spring Hill. From their own 43, they need the 38 of Mill Valley. And Spring Hill just keeps it on the ground with Knowlton. So they will force Mill Valley to use their final timeout as Ethan Kramer is once again in on the tackle. A yard for Knowlton out of the 44, and a final timeout used by Mill Valley. So the Jaguars are set to get the football back with a minute 28 left in the half. They won't have any timeouts, but for this explosive offense, they've still got plenty of time with 88 seconds to go. Broncos will be sending the punt team out of the field for a 3rd time. Well, they've had some success here offensively in this second quarter. They had a 10-play, 42-yard drive. This is a 7-play, 29-yard drive. But on both occasions, they've had some penalties pop up. They haven't had many penalties, but a couple of them have come at inopportune times. Not that there's ever a good time for a penalty necessarily, but against this Mill Valley defense, you can't afford to put yourself behind the chains. And when you turn 2nd and 8s into 2nd and 13s, it's awfully tough to overcome. Kendrick Jones and Jacob Hartman are back deep. Keen Niddle set to punt it away for the Broncos. High punt. Fair catch called for, and Hartman will let it go as it bounces down inside the 20, and he'll come to a rest at around the 17-yard line. So good punt by Keen Niddle. And now the Bronco defense definitely needs a stop here. A minute and 14 seconds left. But the Broncos are down 20-0. And they do not want to allow Mill Valley to go down and punch another score on the board in this final 90 seconds, or final 74 seconds. Hartman, their big play guy, he's far to the right on the formation, top of the screen. Jones is their next best receiver. He's in the middle of the 3 wideouts to Cooper Marsh's left. Marsh is a lefty QB, and the senior takes the snap and fires it out there for Jones, but it's batted down at the line of scrimmage by Gunnar Kroll. 2nd down and 10 coming up now as there is a minute and 10 seconds remaining. Keep it spread wide, 5 wide here as Wittenauer moves it to the slot right. They throw that direction. Quinn Wittenauer on the catch for a 1st down. Ushered out by Chase Wilm at the 28-yard line after 11 yards. Stop the clock as well with a minute 6 left in the half. 1st down and 10 as they move the chains from the 28 Wittenauer rolls, throws, and it's dropped by Jones, nearly picked up by Daniel Mitchell. And had he come up with that one, he would have had nobody in his way to the end zone. But unfortunately, it falls just incomplete, although the Broncos will be happy with the incomplete pass. So a second down and 10 again. Hartman remains the lone guy to the right side. Marsh looking to the left, now down the middle for Jones, and too high, incomplete. Zach Knowlton there in coverage for Spring Hill, brings up third down and 10. Just under a minute left in the half, 56 seconds. And a third down and 10 for Mill Valley. They are out of timeouts. Scored a touchdown on their opening drive. The offense, though, has not scored a touchdown since. Spring Hill has held them to a couple of field goals. The other touchdown came from their defense. So Marsh to throw on third and 10. Well protected. Deep ball for Rishis, and it is incomplete. Anthony Lakin was there. They're going to throw a flag. Man, I don't know. A little contact, very little between Lakin and Rishis, and that pass, though, was behind and over his head. I don't know that there's any chance he was going to be able to make a catch on it, but they're going to call pass interference against Lakin. So that pass interference will move the chains as a 15 yards. Will take it up to the 43 and a first down and 10. Clock shows 51 seconds left in the half. From their own 43. Marsh steps up, throws, finds Rishis, tackled by Lakin at the 36-yard line. 21 yards on that hookup. They get up to the line quick. They snap it quick, and they complete another one. Wittenauer to the 25 for another 10. Got out of bounds, so the clock stops. 37 seconds left of the half, and now they have moved it down into field goal range at the very least for Chris Tennant. From the 25 of Spring Hill, first down and 10. And before the snap, timeout taken by Spring Hill. Second timeout used by Jason Feeback as the Broncos try to catch their breath and put up a stop to at least force it into a Chris Tennant field goal chance. But there are still 37 seconds left for Mill Valley, and they are definitely within striking distance of the end zone now. They are out of timeouts. Clock will start or stop on a first down until they get the chains moved. And you saw that this team is good at running this 2-minute drill. Last time they had that first down on the big play to Rishis, the 22-yard connection, they were all up there and they were ready to roll before the chains were even set. And as soon as the head ref blew the whistle to wind the clock, Marsh had the ball snapped and out to Wittenauer again after that. So they are a well-oiled machine here in this 2-minute drill, and now they've got 37 seconds and are 25 yards from the goal line. Hartman, the guy to the right, Jones inside left, Napoli the middle guy on the left, and Rishis outside. Wittenauer stands behind Marsh. Here's the first down and 10 with 37 seconds left in the half. Marsh steps up and finds a wide open Kendrick Jones along the sideline. He goes out at the 13-yard line. Another 12 yards on that completion. And it'll be a first down for Mill Valley at the 13-yard line with now 31 seconds left. 7 plays, 55 yards so far in less than a minute to move them all the way down to the 14-yard line. No timeouts, but still 31 seconds to go. Marsh under pressure, got away for the rush. Now flips it into the end zone. Kendrick Jones makes the catch for the touchdown. Colin Rooney had a chance. It looked like it was Rooney. Might have been, actually, no, I think it was Hooker who had a chance at the quarterback, Marsh, in the backfield. But after Marsh was able to break away from that defender, he finds Kendrick Jones. Third time those two have hooked up for a touchdown this season. And a 14-yard score makes it 26-0 Mill Valley with a Chris Tennant extra point pending with just 24 seconds left in the half. The extra point is good, and it's 27-0 with 24 seconds left in the half on Spring Hill Sports Live.
You've always wanted. Call for your Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
.24 seconds remains in the first half. A 8-play, 69-yard drive capped off by a 14-yard touchdown pass from Cooper Marsh to Kendrick Jones. A perfectly executed 2-minute drive by the Mill Valley offense, and they have added to their lead to make it 27-0 for the defending state champs. Tennant will kick this one, I'm guessing, through the end zone, and that is what happens. So the Bronco offense will have it on their own 20 with just 24 seconds to go in the half. 1 timeout for Spring Hill. No timeouts for Mill Valley. So it'll likely be a snap, perhaps 2, and then into the locker room for halftime. Broncos have had a couple of drives that they've moved the football. But a pick 6 on their second drive and a turnover on downs when they started at the 12-yard line of Mill Valley after the punt coverage team forced a turnover. That was the opportunity they needed. They were down 17-0 at the time. And that was the one that they're going to look back on and say, if only. And don't turn it over here. Evan Letillier snap went between his legs. Ball is loose, and it's recovered by Mill Valley back at the 10. Oh, no. Well, the one thing you couldn't have happen is turn the ball over here with just 24 seconds left in the half and Mill Valley out of timeouts. And that's the one thing they did. So a 1-play drive and a lost fumble. And Spring Hill gives it back to Mill Valley with no timeouts in 18 seconds. So the offense comes out of the field. They're going to have a chance to take at least a shot or 2 to the end zone from the 11. First down and 10. Marsh protected, throws to Hartman, and he is taken inbounds. Forward progress. Oh, they're going to now say out of bounds. Initially, they said inbounds and wind the clock. Then the official signaled to stop the clock. Now he says run the clock again. It's down to 6 seconds, and it's spiked by Marsh. Well, that was not good mechanics by the official, really. He initially said run the clock. Then he said stop the clock, which that's what you do if it's a first down, it goes out of bounds. You say clock's running, or if it goes inbounds on a first down, and you say the clock's going to run, but we're stopped to move the chains. But this was not a first down completion. So now it's third down after the spike by Cooper Marsh. And it's only 5 seconds left. This is not a lot of time. You don't have much time to still run a play, and then if you don't score, get the kicking team out there. So they're going to go for it for the time being. Play clock down to 3 seconds. They get the snap off. Marsh has to throw quick. He does, and it's batted away with 1 second remaining. So by the very last tenths of seconds, they're going to have a chance to bring out the field goal team. Chris Tennant has made a pair of field goals already in this game. This will be a 24-yard try. He's hit from 25 and from 35. And a gift possession after the fumble by Spring Hill allows Tennant to drive another field goal through the uprights and send us to the half with a 30-0 Mill Valley lead. Jaguars get an extra bonus 3 points that the Broncos gift them, and it's a 30-zip Mill Valley lead, the defending state champs on their home turf, where they are a perfect 9-0 in the postseason. We'll head to the locker rooms up 30. Coming up, it's the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. You're watching Bronco football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, we're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Welcome to the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Broncos trailing Mill Valley 30-0 here at the half. Halftime show is brought to you by Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. So a 30-0 halftime lead for the defending state champs Mill Valley. They are 19-2 since 2015 here, or in 19-2 overall in the postseason since 2015 when they started their run of 3 state titles in 5 seasons. 9-0 during that stretch here on their home field, and tonight they boast a 30-point lead as we reach the half in this one. Take a look now at our White Cell Optometry Vision Source Eye on the game. Mill Valley started this ball game with a football. They went right down the field, 9 plays, 76 yards, and a touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cooper Marsh. That made it 7-0 Jaguars. The Broncos got the ball for their first possession, gained just 1 yard, went 3 and out, punted it back to Mill Valley. Jaguars once again quickly had it down there in scoring position, but this time around the Bronco defense able to make a stop and hold them to just a field goal, 25-yard field goal, the first of 3 in the half for Chris Tennant. That made it 10-0 Mill Valley. Next possession for the Broncos, second play. A pass out to the far sideline by Evan Letellier was picked off at midfield by Blake Martin, and Martin took it 50 yards back to the end zone. A pick six for Mill Valley made it 17-0. Broncos on their next possession had the football moving. They were into Mill Valley territory for the first time, and after a 10-play, 42-yard drive, they were forced to punt. On that punt return, though, Kendrick Jones fumbled it for Mill Valley. The Broncos recovered at the Mill Valley 12-yard line. That was their opportunity. We talked in the open in our keys to the game, cash in on the opportunities you get, and that was one of those. They were down 17-0, had the ball at the Mill Valley 12-yard line, got 2 yards on first down, but that was it. The next 3 plays didn't move. They turned it over on downs. Mill Valley would go 93 yards on 11 plays on the ensuing drive. A couple of penalties kind of dethroned that drive, though. They were end up with another Chris Tennant field goal, 35-yard field goal by Mill Valley's senior kicker. That made it 20-0. The Broncos again moved the ball the next drive, 29 yards on the drive, but eventually had to punt, and that set up another 8-play, 69-yard touchdown drive by Mill Valley. That one capped off on a 14-yard pass from Marsh to Cooper Jones. That made it 27-0. It looked like that was going to be our halftime score as the Broncos received the kickoff with just 24 seconds left of the half. But the first play, a low snap back between Evan Letillier's legs. The fumble was recovered by Mill Valley, and the Broncos, or rather the Jaguars, were able to add a third Chris Tennant field goal, a 24-yarder, right on the last play of the half to make it 30-0. That's your White Cell Optometry Eye on the Game. Keep an eye on your child's screen time. If they're experiencing eye strain or headaches, it might be a good time for an exam. Make an appointment with White Cell Optometry Vision Source by calling 913-592-2020. And be sure to ask about the 2020 rule. Take a look at some of the numbers for you when we come back. It's 30-0. Mill Valley on top of Spring Hill at the half on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs. With 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill, Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
What if grass wasn't just for mowing? What if all the games weren't on TV? What if you saw the grandkids on more than just holidays? What if you got out of the house more often, maybe for good? Cedar Lake Village Senior Living. Life is how you live, not just where. To learn more, call 888-508-2022.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Welcome back to the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. 30-0. Mill Valley leads Spring Hill at the break. And this one, a big first half for the defending state champs. They had a 17-0 lead after the first quarter. They added 13 more in the second quarter. And now lead it 30-0 at the break as we check the first half numbers for you. Mill Valley, 280 yards of offense, 204 through the air, 76 on the ground. They're averaging 7.8 yards per play so far, 5 yards per rush, and just a hair under 10 yards per completion. And they've had some big explosive plays already. 4 plays over 20 yards, 13 plays over 10 yards out of the 36 plays that the Jaguars have run. They did turn it over once, that fumble on the punt return, but it didn't cost too many points as the Spring Hill offense only managed 69 yards in the first half, 42 rushing and 27 passing, 2.6 yards per play, 2.5 yards per carry and 2.5 yards per completion as well, and 2 first-half turnovers, an interception, and a fumble in that first half as the Broncos trail 30-0 here at the half. Checking some of the individual numbers, Cooper Marsh, 13 of 21 in the first half, 204 yards and a touchdown. So he's already just 23 yards shy of his season high in terms of yardage, and he's just 1 completion shy of his season high in completion. So depending on how much he plays in this second half, Mill Valley already up 30-0, and of course with their eyes set on defending their state championship from last year, I imagine they'll get a series probably in this second half, and if things continue the way they did throughout that first half, you might not see much more of their star senior quarterback, but a very solid first half for Marsh, a QB rating of 110 in that first half. He also scored a touchdown with his legs, 3 carries for 17 yards, and his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. Quinn Wittenauer in his first game back since October 2nd, 12 carries, 59 yards. He's had at least 100 yards in every game he's played this year. He's averaging 143.8 yards per play or per game this year, but just 59. I say just. I mean, still a solid number for him. 12 carries, 59 yards. But again, he too, especially coming back after the ankle injury with him, might not see a whole bunch of him in the second half. Those are the only 2 guys, Wittenauer and Marsh, who carried the football in the first half. Through the air on the 13 completions for Marsh, he hit 5 different receivers, led by Ty Recius, who's got 3 catches for 72 yards. Jacob Hartman with 3 grabs for 62 yards. Kendrick Jones, 3 catches, 37 yards. He had the lone receiving touchdown in the first half. Wittenauer, 2 grabs for 21. And Jared Napoli with 1 catch for 8 yards in the first half. For the Spring Hill offense, Evan Letillier, 3 of 11 through the air, 27 yards and the interception. 7 carries, 0 yards on the ground for Letillier. Draven Pipkin, 4 carries, just 18 yards. Zach Knowlton, 5 carries for 24 yards. Knowlton also has 2 grabs for 16 yards. And Daniel Mitchell with 1 catch for 11 yards. Defensively, the leading tackler for the Broncos is Adam Atwell with 5. And Cole Clowder leads the Mill Valley defense with 5 stops so far. Ethan Kramer and Cody Moore each have a sack. And, of course, Blake Martin has the game's biggest play on defense with the 50-yard interception return for a touchdown. He's got a pair of pass breakups to go along with that interception as well. 30-0 Mill Valley leading Spring Hill at the half. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, and take a look back at our keys to the game, see how the Broncos are faring there as they are down 30-0 here at the half of the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services Halftime Show.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back. Michael Graham, Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. It's 30-0 Mill Valley on top of the Spring Hill Broncos as we get set to get this second half underway. Look back at our Crown Realty keys to the game. The Broncos, we talked to the open about making your chances count, and they have had a few of those go awry. The opportunity, the biggest one, was that first down and 10 at the 12 of Mill Valley after the fumbled punt return by the Jaguars. Broncos unable to cash in on that. Can't close out the half either after down there at their own 20-yard line with 24 seconds left and a fumble. Allowed an extra 3 points to be put up on the board. Mill Valley also drove the length of the field in a nice 2-minute drive with a minute 14 left. They took it down, no timeout, 69 yards for a touchdown. So some missed chances there. Play mistake-free. That has not been the case. The Broncos committed 4 first-half penalties, including a big third-down pass interference penalty, and they've also turned it over twice in this game. And make a game-changing play on all phases. The special teams did their part with that forced fumble recovered. They got their big play there, but the defense and the offense have yet to come up with those game-changing type plays that the Broncos knew coming in they were going to probably need if they were to take down the defending state champ Mill Valley Jaguars. And so that's how it stacks up right now with the Jaguars on top of Spring Hill, 30-0. We start the second half next here on Spring Hill Sports Live. You've been watching the Michael Graham Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos!
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical services include installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
We are off to the second half here at Jaguar Stadium in Shawnee tonight. Home of the Mill Valley Jaguars, the reigning 5A state champs. They've won 3 state titles in the last 5 years, 2015, 2016, and then last year in 2019. At 5-2 coming into play tonight, the Jaguars suffered back-to-back losses to Bentonville, Arkansas by 7, and then a 2-point loss to Gardner Edgerton. But they have regrouped with a 52-0 win over Free State, 69-14 over Olathe West, 34-10 over Olathe East. Then their game against Shawnee Mission North, the regular season finale, was canceled just in the hour leading up to kickoff due to COVID-19 reasons. And then last week had a first-round bye in the playoffs. So it's been 3 weeks since they play, but they haven't really shown much of that rust. They lead 30-0. As we go to the second half, the Broncos are going to need to come back for the ages if they are going to punch their ticket into the quarterfinals for the first time in 30 years. They'll have to pull off a first in the Jason Feeback era, and that is win a game when allowing 30 or more points, as they've given up 30 already in this one. 0-22 when that's the case. And on the other side, Mill Valley 70-4 under Joel Appleby when they hit the 30-point mark. Touchback will give Spring Hill the football at the 20-yard line to start this second half. A Bronco offense that had a couple of semi-promising drives in the first half, but then they had 4 that were not. A 3-and-out and a turnover on downs. And then they had the pick 6 and the fumble, which led to 10 of the 30 Mill Valley points. A 10-play, 42-yard drive, a 7-play, 29-yard drive in the first half. But both of those ended up in punts when they stalled out in Mill Valley territory. So here we go in the second half, and the Broncos put the ball on the turf on the first play. And it's recovered by Mill Valley. So that, going back to the first half now, is 2 turnovers on the last 2 snaps by Spring Hill. And there's just, you just obviously can't afford that in a game like this. So a 3rd turnover by the Bronco offense. And Mill Valley will look to put the clamps down quickly here in the second half. The offense with a very short field, just 20 yards to go as they take over 1st down and 10. Marsh fakes to Wittenauer, throws for Napoli, and he can't make the one-handed grab with Brady Larson chasing. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Marsh threw for 204 yards in the first half. His season high is 227. 1 completion and 23 yards shy of his season high marks in this ball game as we just start the second half. And now they split Marsh into the slot and go Wittenauer in the backfield to take a direct snap. Flag comes in. Wittenauer breaks free, puts the stop on Larson, and he is chased down from behind by Hoover at the 8-yard line, but the far line judge threw a penalty flag at the snap, which means either somebody was lined up in the neutral zone or there was an illegal formation. My thought is illegal formation, but we'll see what the call is. And it is an illegal formation against Mill Valley. That wipes out the big run by Quinn Wittenauer. Moves it back to the 25-yard line, and 2nd down and 15. Scored touchdowns on 2 of their 5 first-half drives offensively. The other 3, though, ended in field goals. They've scored every time they've had it as Wittenauer finds a tough go of it this time. Atwell and Larson on the stop, just 2 yards there for Quinn Wittenauer. Third down and 13 yards. 4 out of 6 on 3rd downs of the first half. They need 13 on this one. Marsh hands off to Wittenauer, and he is cut down to the 20-yard line. Only 3 yards will bring up 4th down, but now a late penalty flag comes in. So this flag comes in after the play. It's either going to be a 4th down and really long or a 1st down and 10, depending on which side got hit with the post-play penalty. Mill Valley thinks it's on them as they're already sending the kicking team out of the field. And it is against Mill Valley. So that will march the football back to the 35-yard line. And Chris Tennant is going to go for a school record 52-yard field goal here. He is 3 for 3 field goals in the game. Hit from 25, 35, and 24. His career long is 48, which was a school record. This will be a 52-yard attempt for Tennant. Good hold. The kick is short. And the 52-yarder is no good. So Tennant's attempt at besting his own school record comes up short. Didn't come off the foot as clean as we have seen the last kicks from Tennant. I wouldn't doubt that that's a makeable kick for him based on what we've seen on some of his other kicks, but that one didn't come out with that nice end-over-end look to it. That was more of a knuckleball. So it did get to the end zone, which means it comes back to the 20. And that's where the Spring Hill offense will take over as they dodge a bullet from their turnover on their first play of the half, and doesn't cost him any points. No gain on a first down run here from Pipkin. Kramer and Schaefer on the stop. Pipkin's only carried 5 times now tonight, as the offense has just not been able to get much going. Haven't had many sustained drives, and then they found themselves like this in long yardage situations and have been forced to put the ball in the air more. Letillier has thrown 11 times, but just 3 completions for 27 yards in the passing game. Having to throw here, ball batted up in the air, and it comes down, into the hands of Schaefer, who couldn't haul it in. He had visions of a touchdown dance, and the big defensive tackle unable to hold on to what was a gift interception. The 6'1", 278-pound nose guard. You don't get many chances for interceptions as the nose guard. And that one was floating in the air for Schaefer. And Schaefer not only had an interception waiting for him, but he was 10 yards from a pick six. And the big fella was maybe getting a little celebration going already. I feel for him. You don't get many of those opportunities. So 3rd down and 10 now. Letillier to throw again. They set up a screen, but it is broken up. They were looking for Carter Meade. Now a penalty flag as Worcester took Letillier down to the backfield. And I think we might get a roughing the passer here. It is a roughing the passer penalty against Trey Worcester and Mill Valley. 8 penalties for 65 yards now tonight. A couple of 15-yarders here in the last few snaps, and that will extend this drive for Spring Hill as it moves it out to the 35-yard line and a 1st and 10. Pete Jansen made a nice play for that Mill Valley defense to break up that screen pass, but it goes all for naught for Jansen as the penalty moves it up to the 35 and a new set of downs. Letillier's pass intended for Mitchell is too high and complete. Coverage on the play by Lucas Pringle. Second down and 10, Broncos on their own 35. Tough time getting set. Play clock down to 2. They get the snap off, though. Pressure coming. Letillier steps up. Then the second wave of Jansen and Jagan make the stop. The ball came out, but they are going to rule him down. He got it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain of the play. Haven't heard a whole lot tonight from Colton Jagan. Averages 10 tackles per game. He led the team last year in tackles as well. But he was there to step up and shut down that attempt by Letillier to escape the pressure. So a 3rd down and 10 now for Spring Hill. Letillier's got a pair of receivers each way. Pipkin stands to his left. Quick throw out to the right sideline for Cooper Jones, but it's just out of his reach. And 4th down and 10 coming up for Spring Hill. And the punt team will come on. Keene Niddle will give it a boot and send it back to Mill Valley with 9:06 left in the third. Hartman and Jones go back deep. High snap, Niddle able to bat it down to himself. Good hands there by Keene Niddle to avoid another disaster. And a fair catch is called for and made by Jacob Hartman at the 45-yard line. Well, excellent play there by Keene Niddle. That could have been another devastating play, but got it away, and now the defense for Spring Hill will head back out there. And you look at the scoreboard and you see 30-0, but really all things considered, the defense has held their own tonight. They've bent, but they have not broken much. They have given up the 2 touchdown drives, but they forced the missed field goal last time, and they've stamped Mill Valley into 3 field goal drives, 3 field goal attempts. All makes by 10, and outside of that, Wittenauer on the carry, 1st down here. Anthony Lakin and Adam Atwell make the tackle at the 43-yard line, 12-yard run by Wittenauer, moves the chains. Wittenauer again gets the handoff. Weaves his way down to the 37-yard line, give him 6 more. Jacob Hooker making the tackle for Spring Hill. 2nd down and 4 for Mill Valley. Joel Appleby still with his first-team offense out there, up 30-0 here with 8:12 left in the third quarter. I'm sure he'd like for those guys to be able to find the end zone one more time. Second down and 4, handoff to Wittenauer. And breaking tackles, he's eventually cut down by Gunnar Kroll at the 28-yard line, 9-yard run. So it's another 1st down for Mill Valley as Wittenauer all of a sudden up near 100 yards again. He's had 100+ in every game he's played this year. He's missed several with an ankle injury, but tonight his first game since October 2nd. 17 carries, 91 yards. Couple of receptions in the passing game as well. And they'll go to Wittenauer again. Got tripped up after a gain of maybe a yard. They'll move it to the 27-yard line. 2nd down and 9 with 7:20 left in this third quarter. Wittenauer in his first game back in a month has now carried a season-high 18 times. Option pitch to Wittenauer. Gets the corner. Chase Wilm can't make the tackle. May have tripped him up, though, just enough. May have got a shoestring as Wittenauer falls forward and falls down and around the 12-yard line. So it's another 15 yards, and it does put Wittenauer up over 100 yards for the 6th time this year in 6 games played. Wittenauer again. Big hole on the right side, and he's in for a 12-yard touchdown. So Quinn Wittenauer, the feature man on that drive. 55 yards rushing on the drive alone for Quinn Wittenauer, and he finds the end zone for the 12th time this season to make it 36-0 Jaguars. Chris Tennant on for the point after. 3 for 3 on point afters. 3 for 4 on field goals tonight. He's been a busy man. And the senior kicker, makes it 37-0 Mill Valley with 6:40 left in the third on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
6 plays, 55 yards, and a 12-yard touchdown run to cap off the drive by Quinn Wittenauer, who handled all 6 of those plays on the drive to pile up 55 yards, pushing him up over 100 with 119 yards in the game on a season-high 20 carries and his 12th rushing touchdown. So 37-0 Mill Valley, 6:40 left in the third. Spring Hill offense so far in the second half has run 6 plays, and they've got a total of 0 yards. They got a 15-yard roughing the passer that helped them move the football a little bit last possession and gave them a first down. But it's been a tough go again tonight offensively, as many opponents have found against this Mill Valley defense. Spring Hill has run 33 plays, just 69 yards of offense. That's 2.1 yards per play tonight. And now they trail 37-0 with 6:40 left in the third quarter. Letillier with Knowlton and Pipkin in the backfield with him. That's Carter Mead, actually, not Knowlton. And Mead gets the handle and moves it to the 22, a 2-yard run. Stop made by Pete Jansen. Second down and 8 yards to go for Spring Hill. Broncos opened up the season with back-to-back losses to Lewisburg and Paola, both one-score losses. And then they got right with games against Ottawa and Bonner Springs, winning those two by a combined 89-0. And that's when they hit their 2-week layoff due to COVID, and they came back after that, as you see a fake to Meade and the pass batted down by Worcester. Letillier now just 3 out of 15 through the air. And after that 2-week layoff, they lost a close one to Piper, 14-7, a game that both teams scored on their opening drives, and then nobody scored again until inside the final minute of the game when Piper took advantage of a Bronco turnover to find the end zone to go up 14-7 and win it 14-7. Then Spring Hill bounced back to close out the regular season with a 20-16 win against Eudora, a comeback victory. They trailed by 9 at halftime, came back to win that one with a touchdown, a Letillier touchdown run with just over a minute left in the fourth. And then last week over to the postseason with a big win over Shawnee Heights. Daniel Mitchell makes a tough catch in traffic and pinballs off of defenders out to the 31-yard line, a gain of 9 and a first down. Blake Martin makes the tackle at the end of that catch by Mitchell, his second grab tonight. As it moves the chains for Spring Hill, gives them a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. A 4-3 record this year for the Broncos. All 3 losses have come by a single score. They lost by 8 to Lewisburg, 3 to Paola, and 7 to Piper. And big wins, 48-41, 28, and then that close win over Eudora, a 4-point victory there. Here's the first down and 10 from the 31. Letillier under pressure. The ball is knocked out of his hand and picked up by Aiden Palmer. So a big loss on the play. That'll put it all the way back at the 16-yard line. They lose 15 yards on the strip sack. But fortunately for the Broncos, they didn't lose possession on it as well. Aiden Palmer, the right tackle, able to keep possession for the Broncos with 4:40 and counting left in the third. And now facing a second down and 24 back at their own 16-yard line. It should be second and 25. They need to get to the 41 for a first down. Letillier hands off to Pipkin, and he has nowhere to go. Trying to work against the right side of the Mill Valley defense. But there's no chance on that side. Trey Worcester and Dalton Harvey make the tackle. Well, that moves it back to the 13-yard line as they lose another 3 yards. And it'll bring up a third down and 28. Letillier to throw. Under pressure right away and sacked by Cody Moore back at the 10-yard line. So another 3 yards lost. And after they had a 1st and 10 at the 31, they're going to end up with a 4th down and 31 back at their own 10-yard line. So Niddle's punt, a low line drive punt, fielded by Hartman at the 43-yard line. Jacob Hartman veers out to the far sideline. A flag is in. Carter Mead takes Hartman out of bounds at the 10-yard line, but it's likely going to come back to around the 40-yard line or so after the penalty. So the Broncos' offensive average after that drive went backwards is down to just 1.5 yards per play. 59 yards on 39 plays tonight. Here's the penalty call. And it's an illegal block in the back against Mill Valley. So that gives the Jaguars the ball at the 40-yard line with 2:55 left in the third quarter. Mill Valley on top 37-0. Cooper Marsh back out there along with Quinn Wittenauer, who did all the work last possession. Wittenauer went 6 plays, 55 yards, all on the ground with number 1, and here he goes again. Brought down at the 36-yard line. 4-yard first down run, and there looks to be an injured Bronco. Looks like a cramp for Denver Gardner. So the Bronco training staff will come out as you see Zach Knowlton try to stretch out the leg of, I think it was Gardner. We'll see here when he gets up, but it's going to bring up a second down and 6 for Mill Valley. I mentioned that average for the Broncos just 1.5 yards per play. On the other side for Mill Valley, they're averaging 7.5 yards per play, so they've got 344 yards of offense on their 46 plays tonight. 16 plays of over 10 yards. 4 plays over 20 yards tonight for the Mill Valley offense. The only thing they've, I don't know if I want to even use the word struggled with, up 37-0, but the only thing that they probably haven't done up to standard for them is finish drives with touchdowns. They have 3 times had to settle for field goals, and a 4th they settled for a field goal attempt that was missed, a 52-yarder that was missed by Tennant. It was Gardner. It was the injured Bronco as he has a cramp in that right calf that they were working on, and he's able to, for the moment, walk himself off the field. Anybody who has had leg cramp knows, though, that as soon as you think you're good, you try to take off running again, that thing's going to bite you once more. So let's see. Hopefully Denver can get himself back out there. Not only a starting defensive lineman, the starting nose guard for this Bronco defense, but he's also their starting left tackle on the offensive side. Second down and 6 from the Bronco 36. And it is Wittenauer again. Big hole, breaks a tackle. Quinn Wittenauer is loose, and he's gone. 36-yard touchdown run with 2:38 left in the third quarter, as Wittenauer is now blowing up his stat numbers. He was held to a modest 59 yards on 12 carries in the first half, but on 10 carries in the second half, he's got an even 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. 22 carries, that's a season high for 159 yards and now 2 scores. Chris Tennant adds another extra point, and it is 44-0 Mill Valley with 2:38 left in the third on Spring Hill Sports Live.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
.238 remains in the third quarter tonight from Jaguar Stadium in Shawnee, and it's the defending state champs on top of Spring Hill, 44-0. Mill Valley led 17-0 after one, 30-0 at halftime, and then their last 2 possessions have both ended in Quinn Wittenauer touchdown runs, a 12-yard score, and the latest a 36-yard touchdown run to make it 44-0 Mill Valley. Kickoff through the end zone, and a touchback will put it at the 20 for Spring Hill. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's got to be 45.
45?
I think. Yeah. And so we're at 44 only, I believe is the reasoning for that. So here's a first down and 10 at the 20-yard line for Spring Hill. Letillier on the fake. The pitch on the option goes to Zach Knowlton. And Knowlton rips off 10 yards on first down. They'll give him 11 to the 31. Dalton Harvey on the tackle, and it's a first down for Spring Hill. Broncos at this point just trying to find something to give them a good taste here before this one's all said and done. Brandon Sealing is out there on the offensive line. Denver Gardner, who got injured last defensive possession with cramp, has gone out of the game for the time being. So Brandon Sealing in. He's the right tackle. Aiden Palmer has shifted from right to left tackle as Draven Pipkin gets the handoff and is taken backwards to the 27-yard line, a 4-yard loss. Pipkin has had a tough night, 7 carries, just 11 yards against this very good Mill Valley defensive line. They only give up 107 yards rushing per game for the year, and that's against some pretty good rushing opponents. DeSoto, Gardner Edgerton, Derby, all those teams can run the football, but not much against this defense. That pass complete to Cameron Crotchett. He'll mark it at the 37-yard line, so it's a 10-yard completion, and it'll bring up a third down and short. First grab tonight for Crotchett. Third down and 4 yards needed. A minute left in the third quarter. Option to the right side this time, and the pitch goes to Pipkin, and once again, tackle made for a loss. This time it's Jason Smith who makes the stop in the backfield. And 3rd and 4 turns into 3rd down and 6 after, or to 4th down and 6 after the 2-yard loss. And Keen Niddle will bring his punt team onto the field. Final seconds here this 3rd quarter. Hartman and Jones back deep for Mill Valley. Better snap this time to Niddle. High end over end punt, not very deep though. Takes a bounce straight up in the air and will be down at the 47-yard line. That's the end of 3. Mill Valley 44, Spring Hill nothing as we go to the 4th on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Back here in Shawnee tonight, home of the Mill Valley Jaguars. It is 44-0 Mill Valley as we start the 4th quarter. A first down run by Noah Coy. Got 1 yard as the second team unit out there for Mill Valley. This is the backup quarterback, Hayden Jay, on the completion to Aiden Jacobs. And that will pick up another 10 yards and a first down for Mill Valley. First down and 10 at the 42. Option to the right side. Pitch to McCoy to Coy, and he's stuck by Knowlton in the backfield at the 46. It's a 4-yard loss as Zach Knowlton comes flying up to make the stick. And they did confirm there between quarters that the running clock will go into effect at 45 points, they said. So 1 point short of that. Typically in the regular season anyway, it is 35, but tonight they were told it would be 45 when they hit running clock. This is a completion to the 40-yard line. A flag comes in after the catch as Cody Powell tackled Lake Williams, and a little extra they're going to say on the end of that tackle. So 6-yard completion to Williams, and then they will add 15 more on. That'll take it down to the 25-yard line. With 10:37 to play here in the 4th quarter. Cooper Marsh, the starting quarterback's night is over after a 204-yard passing night, a touchdown through the air, added a touchdown on the ground. Quinn Wittenauer, 22 carries, 159 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And now Hayden Jay leads the second team offense. 1st and 10 at the 25. Option to the left side. This time Jay holds on to it himself. And he is wrapped up around the legs and brought down for a short gain by Chase Wilm. They'll mark it at the 23-yard line, 2-yard run. Second down and 8. winner of this game will get Leavenworth and DeSoto, so that's where Mill Valley will look to continue their run towards a state title. I'm guessing DeSoto. We'll check some scores and see what the status is of that game. Coy hit in the backfield and dropped for another loss. Gunnar Kroll and Hayden Hoover able to make the stop. Brings up 3rd down and long. 3rd and 12 here for Mill Valley. Spring Hill nearly jumped into the neutral zone, but they were able to stay out of there, so play clock down to 5. High snap back to Jay. Fires into the flat, completes to the 20-yard line. They'll be short of the 1st down. Wilm and Knowlton on the tackle, and Blake Boatwright comes up short, and they'll bring out Chris Tennant for another field goal attempt. So Tennant has hit 3 field goals in the game. He's missed a 52-yarder. This one will be a 37-yard try, which would be his long tonight. He's hit from 35, 25, and 24. His career long 48. It's a 37-yarder from the right hash. And it is well off the mark to the left side, no good. So with 8:07 to play, the clock won't run yet. They needed 45. First down at 10, Broncos at the 20. Pipkin on first down, breaks one tackle, but immediately hit by the secondary pursuit, and that will be a short 2-yard gain for Draven. So 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Broncos with under 8 to play in the ball game. Fake to Pipkin. Letillier's pass incomplete. Throws that one behind the intended target, Carter Mead. And a 3rd down and 8 now for Spring Hill. Second team defense being subbed in some case. That's listed 3rd team defensive guys coming in there. Here's Letillier on 3rd down and 8, and not on the same page with Cameron Crotchett. Crotchett had not turned around for that football as Letillier's pass falls incomplete. Tough night all around for the offense. Letillier now 5 of 19 through the air for just 46 yards, and it's another 3 and out for the Broncos as Keen Niddle will come on to punt it away. And the punt is blocked. Niddle, did he get on it? No, ball's still loose, and it looks like Mill Valley got on top of it, and they did. Touchdown, Jaguars. Taggart Baker able to scoop up the blocked punt. Now that makes it 50-0. And Chris Tennant out for another extra point. You see the clock now into running mode with the score over the 45-point mark, and Tennant has missed a pair of field goals tonight, but he has been perfect on extra points, and he makes it 51-0. They have now scored, Mill Valley, on special teams and on defense, and obviously on offense as well, to put the score up to a 51-0 lead as the clock goes underneath 6 minutes, and it will run the rest of the way tonight. Tennant's kick just into the end zone as Knowlton tried to catch it out of the end zone, but he got across the goal line for a touchback. Clock running, around 5 minutes left here in this ball game. We'll see if the Bronco offense against the second string defense of Mill Valley can take the shutout off the board. Broncos were shut out twice last year. They've been shut out 5 times under Jason Feeback, and now they're going to try to avoid that here if they can come up with a drive with under 5 left in the ball game. And in at quarterback, Fletcher Pankey for the Broncos, and he will keep it on the read option and go backwards. 2-yard loss on the play for Pankey. Of course, Fletcher started the season as the starting quarterback for the Broncos after the Evan Letillier injury, and Pankey played very well for Spring Hill, completed 61% of his passes for 528 yards, 5 touchdowns, 213 yards rushing, 8 rushing touchdowns this year for Pankey. Second down and 12. Flips this one back to Meade. That was a backwards pass, so that ball is a live football. And it's recovered by Spring Hill. Meade able to get back on top of it. They'll mark it back at around the 7-yard line, it looks like, so they lose 11 yards there. And it will be a 3rd down and 23 for Spring Hill with just over 3 minutes left. Third down and 23. Quarterback draw. Pankey trying to veer outside, and he gets it up to the 16-yard line. 9-yard run by Fletcher, and it will bring up 4th down, so the punt team will come back out there for Spring Hill, have their last punt blocked, directly resulting in a Mill Valley touchdown. Niddle able to get the punt away this time. Preston Oliver fields it at the 49-yard line. Taken out by Cody Powell at the 43. And there's a holding penalty as well against Mill Valley on the return. So that will cost him 10 yards off of that return. And they'll start from just shy of midfield now at their own 47-yard line. 90 seconds left in this ball game, and so Mill Valley will be able to snap it just a couple of times here and put the finishing touches on the victory. Handed off on the right side for a loss of a yard. Tackle made in the backfield by Hayden Hoover. That carry from Reese Kennedy for a loss of a yard. Second down and 11. They'll have to snap it one more time, perhaps twice, depending on how long this play takes. And it's Kennedy again. Kroll and Larson make the stop at the 48-yard line. A 6-yard run there by Kennedy. And that will do it for this ball game. So the defending state champs run their record to 6-2, and they keep their shot at running it back alive as well. The Mill Valley Jaguars improved to 6-2 and advance on to the state quarterfinals with a 51-0 victory over the Spring Hill Broncos, ending Spring Hill's season at 4-4. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap it all up for you on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill. When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Welcome into the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. The Broncos season comes to an end tonight at the hands of the defending state champs. The Mill Valley Jaguars win this one this evening, 51-0. The final post-game show brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. They work with all insurance companies and get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. As the Broncos season comes to a halt at 4-4, the final record for this year's Broncos, and a 51-0 final to the now 6-2 Mill Valley Jaguars, who will continue on to the state quarterfinals looking for their second consecutive state championship and their fourth state title in the last 6 years. Final numbers: Mill Valley 404 yards of offense in this game, 177 on the ground, 227 through the air. They averaged just over 7 yards per play in this ball game, and they really did it both the ground and the air. And the only thing they didn't do is cap off drives with touchdowns. They had to settle for 5 field goal attempts in this game, and their all-state kicker made 3 of the 5. He missed from 37 and 52, but made from 35, 25, and 24 as they roll up 51 points tonight. They got a score from their defense on an interception return for a touchdown. They got a score from the special teams on a blocked punt for a touchdown as well, and their defense was everything that they could have hoped for against the Spring Hill offense, who could not get anything going tonight. They are held to season lows across the board. A season low first shutout this year, then 76 total yards of offense tonight for the Broncos. That's nearly 100 yards fewer than any other game this year. They're held to 30 yards rushing, by their fewest by 44, and 46 passing yards tonight, their fewest by 15 this season, as Spring Hill was held to just 1.6 yards per play in the ball game. Individual numbers: Mill Valley's quarterback Cooper Marsh, 13 of 22 for 204 and a touchdown. Hayden Jay, the backup, 3 out of 3 for 23 yards. Marsh carried 3 times, 17 yards and a score. Quinn Wittenauer carried 22 times for $159 and 2 touchdowns. He also added 2 grabs for 21 yards. Jacob Hartman, 4 catches, 66 yards. Kendrick Jones, 3 catches, 37 yards and a touchdown. And Ty Recius with 3 grabs for 72 yards. For Spring Hill, Evan Letillier, 5 of 19, 46 yards through the air and a pick. 11 carries for a negative 18 yards at the ground. There's some sacks by that Mill Valley defense. They were really good up front. The defense had 6 tackles for loss and 4 sacks tonight for Mill Valley. DeRaven Pipkin, 9 carries, just 11 yards this evening. Zach Knowlton, the most effective offensive weapon tonight, had 6 carries for 35 yards and 2 catches for 16 yards. Daniel Mitchell, their leading receiver tonight, with 2 catches for 20 yards. And Cameron Crotchett hauled in 1 pass for 10 yards. More to come in the Shoemaker Collision to Paint Center post-game show right after this.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. Whitesell Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Whitesell Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Whitesell and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Whitesell Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back inside the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Season wraps up tonight here in Shawnee, Kansas, at the home of the Mill Valley Jaguars. 51-0 the final score tonight. Spring Hill ends this campaign at 4-4. Time for our great job of the game, and I'm just going to hand this one out to the entire senior class for what's been a very difficult senior season. Not just talking football, but just talking life in general with everything that's been going on, and to have to prepare in unconventional ways for this season, to get shut down for 2 weeks in the middle of the season, to rebound back after that, win a playoff game for the second consecutive year. That had been done in a long time for the Broncos, and this was certainly not a year that anybody could have ever envisioned how it was going to have to go. And give a lot of credit to this senior class for keeping this team together and leading them to a 4-4 season, gets into the second round of the playoffs this year. And hats off to all these young men, the senior class for the Spring Hill Broncos. They get our great job of the game. If you're looking for a great job, then check out Seats Incorporated in Spring Hill. Seats is a leader in the manufacturing of quality seating and accessories for vehicles with competitive wages and benefits. To see great job openings or to apply, go to SeatsInc.com. We wrap things up right after this on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center postgame show and Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup. Locally owned and operated and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill. Open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
And welcome back to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show as we wrap things up for this football season here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Final score once again here from Mill Valley tonight. The Mill Valley Jaguars defeat the Spring Hill Broncos 51-0. The final, ending the Spring Hill season at 4-4 and advancing the Mill Valley Jaguars onto the quarterfinals at 6-2. We hope that basketball season's next on deck for you. Obviously, who knows what's all going to happen with the current situation of everything with the sickness and everything else. But we certainly hope that winter sports will be able to go off without a hitch. And if that's the case, then you'll be able to watch your Broncos play some hoops right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. So that's next on tap for you, and it'll be about a month or so now before we do that. So you get a little break, but we'll be back with more Spring Hill Bronco athletics coming up in the winter season with the full slate of basketball for you, and hopefully can mix in some wrestling action for you as well. But that's going to end things for our fall sports season here tonight as the Broncos season comes to an end with a 51-0 loss at the Mill Valley Jaguars. For Caden Carbajo, once again, an excellent job on the camera for us tonight. I'm Bryce Kessler. Hope you enjoyed another season of Bronco football, and we'll see you again come basketball season about a month away here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Final score, Mill Valley 51, Spring Hill 0. You've been watching Spring Hill High School football on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Watching Spring Hill High School sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency, Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch